Are you okay, Killick? Mother, I am ready!
Battle 1. Fight!
The sword will show me the way! Watch me! Carve my own fate! How's this? I'm gone! Watch over me, Mother! You can't! Just no more and it's over! How's another? I see ya! Here you go!
Battle 2. Fight!
I'm gone! For you! Watch over me, Mother! I'm gone! For you! Watch over me, Mother! You can't stop me! How's this? I'm gone! Watch over me, Mother! You can't stop me! Just kidding!
Battle 3. Fight!
Not quite! Watch over me, Mother! This won't lose! You can't stop me! How's this? Watch over me, Mother! You can't stop me! How's this? I'm gone! Watch over me, Mother! Watch over me, Mother! You can't stop me! I did it! Is it over yet? Stubborn son of a... Ah!
上话！
Kill it!
It's okay.
Xianglin, give me strength!
Battle 1. Fight!
This is for my soul! My path is clear! My fate is mine to carve! I'll put a stop to this with my own hand! My path is clear! My fate is mine to carve!
Battle 2. Fight!
My path is clear! My fate is mine to carve! My path is clear! My fate is mine to carve! My path is clear! My fate is mine to carve!
Battle 3. Fight!
My path is clear! My path is clear! My fate is mine to carve! Not quite! My path is clear! My fate is mine to carve! My path is clear! My fate is mine to carve! It's over.
Is it protecting me? But... The sword!
No! It's too dangerous! Xianglin.
Devapara Yuga, What a waste.
It's fine.
Killick, hold out your hand.
Huh? This is...
I just couldn't resist.
Xianghua, could you hold on to it for me?
What? But...
Please.
Okay. Thanks. I'll keep it safe.
Great.
The swords once again left their mark on history, and still the march of fate continues onward. legend will never die.
Fury, this ends now.
Ever the hard worker, Taki, even though you're an outcast.
Shut up! It's Toki's turn next.
Master Toki's probably not even in these lands anymore.
What?
Did you really think he knew nothing of Soul Edge? Mekimaru's power pales in comparison.
Pursuing Toki will lead me to Soul Edge. This must be fate. No, it's just something I must do. Time to cross the seas once more.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
Ha! Do you really think Soul Edge would be around here? Can you not see when you've been duped?
What?
You've made my job a lot easier. I must go thank that elderly gentleman. Farewell.
Damn! Where'd that old man get to? A note?
Forgive me for leading you on a wild goose chase. You are indeed a powerful warrior. That is why I could not allow you to get near Soul Edge. I can say no more.
No! I've been had.
One as formidable as you need not rely on weapons and whatnot. Rely solely on your own strength, and you shall master the martial arts. As a fighter myself, I am keen to see what path you will take. Farewell.
Well, I was able to test my hand against some formidable opponents. There is some worth in that. Still, we have unfit. Next time we meet, old man, we do battle.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
The final battle draws near. I can feel it.
Don't worry. Your training's been paying off lately, right?
Yes, but who knows what will happen now that it matters.
Don't put so much pressure on yourself. You're not alone here.
I know. I'm grateful.
I think we make a great team.
Damn right we do. No one stands a chance against us.
Okay, let's go. Whatever lies ahead, stay strong.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
It's one thing after the other. What's the big deal about Soul Edge anyway? This is all it deserves.
Taste. Even a fake's got its value.
Couldn't care less if it was the real thing. These nunchakus Yagaji made are worth 1,000 times more.
Oh, so that's what you had in mind. Clever.
Guilty as charged.
Lila's none too happy about all this.
Well, I think we've been hospitable enough. All right, crew, let's go. Anchors away.
Sure thing, brother. We're with you wherever you go!
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
Wow, you're really something.
Ling Yu,
Come on, Xianghua. What's with that expression? Don't cry. Stand tall. Be proud. You're the victor.
Justice will prevail. That better?
Yeah, better.
A quest for the Sword of Salvation.
So that's why the Third Corps is using the Emperor's Guard.
Here I am, finally. Another path closed to me. In that case...
Fate is carved with your own hands. Use that sword to open a way to the ever-changing future.
Mother, Ling Yu, just you watch what I can do.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
Wonderful! Though driven by hatred and sorrow, you could resist your destructive impulses. Such a magnificent sight to see. However, I am spent. I could not possibly take any more of this drama. A serious wound would spoil the fun of leaving the organization.
What do you mean, the fun?
Pursue me. Allow the desire for revenge to permeate your being, but do not lose your senses. I have been moved by your story, and shall never forget it.
An earthquake? No, this must be.
This place will soon be reduced to rubble. Perhaps we will meet again, should you live. I would like that. Farewell!
Wait! Damn these infernal fiends!
Grow managed to escape from the crumbling temple, but his friend's corpse was lost in the rubble, never to be found. Grow returned to the organization to report everything that had transpired with Aswell. The news of Orzel's death upon Aswell's defection, as well as a new mission. Aswell had double-crossed the organization in the hope of unleashing the evil seed again to save humanity. Or so he claimed. Grow's new mission was to kill the outsider Aswell before that could happen.
I shall never forgive you. Your intentions matter not. You took my friend from me. Mark my words. You shall pay.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
Where did you obtain such power?
You can still stand? I suppose I should have expected no less from one of the 12.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Finally, some backup. Kindly take care of this. I was careless to assume you were the only betrayer.
How dare you oppose Lord Aswell? Miserable swine!
Let's leave it at that.
Yes, Master. All your pursuers have been taken care of.
Well done. The time for research, experiments, and observations is at an end. We now enter the implementation phase. My beloved human darlings, I shall show you a shining ray of light that will free you all from suffering and sorrow.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
Strength. Strength that comes from evil.
Get away from me!
It's up to you whether you believe me or not. But I've fought one who wielded the cursed sword before.
Do not take me for a fool.
That eldritch aura that envelops you. If I closed my eyes, I'd believe it was Cervantes himself. Think, who is your real father?
You're lying!
So long.
I refuse to believe it until I see it for myself. Nightmare. Damn you! I never crossed paths with Nightmare. It appears someone defeated the Azure Knight. As for what happened to Soul Edge, I know not. It's possible the one who vanquished Nightmare has it, or it could have been destroyed. Still, I feel it. A terrible evil calls out to me from somewhere in the world. Yes, I have accepted my fate. I am daughter to the cursed sword, the heir of an accursed lineage. So I have made a vow to obliterate the cursed sword and rid my own blade of evil. That is the sole purpose for which I now live.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
Is that all you've got to say to your father? You can do better than that! Such a disappointment. I thought you said you were going to send me back to hell? Your weak soul is of no value to me.
Mark my words, I shall bury you myself.
I'll let you live, for now. I'll be waiting for you, my dear daughter. Come find me when you're stronger, when your soul matches your words. Only then will I claim it, and resurrect Soul Edge. When Soul Edge is mine again, the great pirate Captain Cervantes will be back with a vengeance. Yeah!
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
Did I win?
Mina! Well done, Mina. It's not up to me whether we includes you. Now do you understand what I meant?
Yeah.
Now, let's go home. It's time to take a break from searching for Soul Edge. We can protect our homeland with our own hands, even without the Sword of Salvation, can we not?
Yeah! Hey, Wong. What happened to your job with the Navy?
Recently, I realized something very important.
Really? But you're so much older than me. I know. This is embarrassing, so give me a piggyback ride like you used to do.
I thought you said you hated piggyback rides because they were too childish?
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
Okay, what now?
Still trying to think of a way out? You do realize I can smell the odor of others in this castle too. As long as I'm here, you're never getting through. Ha! Wriggle, you worm! As long as the God of War protects me, I'm indestructible! All who defy me shall feel his divine wrath! This day can't get any better! I'm gonna kill both Nightmare and that loathsome woman! Then I will present Ares with the fully resurrected Soul Edge! And once that's over, I'll...
Something wrong? You appear quite rattled.
Enough! It's nothing. First, I'm gonna deal with Eevee. Damn it! Now my day's utterly ruined!
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
Siegfried! Siegfried! Find the one who pierced my body and took my life. End my suffering.
Father, I shall have revenge.
You shall. That's why you need souls. With them, all your wishes will come true. Call me back from hell.
More souls.
That's my boy, Siegfried. I need more souls.
The Azure Nightmare was none other than a young man whose mind was warped by the sweet words of the sword. As its puppet, he relentlessly harvests souls, and once he gathers enough, the Soul Edge will return to its former glory.
Soon, Father.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
Is this the end for me? But if the sword's power is unleashed someday, that time, it will come.
Siegfried's battle with his nightmares raged on. No one knows of his sacrifice. However, if there was ever one who could direction of the cursed sword, it would be Siegfried. He who dashed Soul Edge's hopes of devouring SoulCalibur. The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
The evil is still present?
I'd forgotten what it was like to feel so at ease.
What are you?
Sorry, but you have my gratitude. Leave Soul Edge to me.
No, wait! I never found out his name. However, I had a feeling I had done what I was sent to do. Still, I know not if it is wise to leave everything in his hands. Almighty Hephaestus, hear my prayer. Please watch over him.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
A loyal blade, void of any hesitation. You know, I feel a little envious of you now. I don't need this anymore. Take it. But let me tell you one thing. The Soul Edge you seek has already been destroyed. If you want to see for yourself, head to Ostreinsburg. Farewell.
After throwing Verci's box back to Voldo, Ivy leapt off the cliff and used her snake sword to disappear into the mountains. Voldo could have followed her, but the risk of dropping the precious box was too great. Since he had already collected several other treasures, Voldo decided to return to the money pit. Standing before Verci's sarcophagus once more, Voldo bowed his head and gave his report. Before long, amid an eerie glow, Verci appeared before his loyal servant.
Welcome back. You have my thanks for completing both your missions. I find it hard to believe that Soul Edge was destroyed, but we will learn the truth in time. First, we should rejoice that my treasures are now back where they belong. Also, the woman may have stolen a portion of my notes, but in this box are our letters. The letters we exchanged while you were assisting me in my search for Soul Edge. These easily contain more information than one could ever glean from my notes. I'm sure she would want to get her hands on them. However, the real reason I value this box so much is because it contains a record of my successor completing all his training.
The fact that Voldo still remained loyal to his master long after his demise proved how much they trusted each other. Deep within the dark pit, now hollow darkness lit only by the glow of flickering flames and gold, Voldo basked in a new, blissful light, born from Verci's everlasting trust. The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
Why do you resist? I shall grant you what you desire.
Enough. You are not the demon of the sword. You have another path open to you. Your name is Yoshimitsu. Now be silent.
Good. You finally come to.
Where am I? Oh, you. I'm in your debt.
Do not reproach yourself.
No. I was weak. I lost my way. Only the thought of another's death kept me going. But never did I discern what I was becoming. I must walk the path of benevolence and justice. If I protect the weak and crush evil, none shall ever again walk that wicked path I took. That is how I shall avenge my clan. My people, watch over me as I battle for justice.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
Thank you. How are the lessons going?
Very good, young master. The girl will grow into a fine lady. On his return, Milord will be struck dumb in disbelief. Still...
Raphael, I think I'm more suited to sword practice. Can't you teach me, like you used to?
Amy, you're smart enough to understand. If you want to carve a future for yourself, you need an education and manners.
I know, but you meanie.
As you can see, there is still some way to go.
Amy. Can I really offer Amy a bright future like this? I came to this reading room looking for answers, but I'm coming up empty-handed. Ample finances, a safe place, a fine education. Despite the freedom this lifestyle offers, it's not enough. This letter. Report on the evil seed. Could it be? There's no mistaking it. This is research on that abominable evil seed. Malfestation? Madness? The evolution of humanity? Interesting. It all sounds so fantastical. This was written by Scholar of the Future. Who could that be? Soul Edge. A cursed sword that feeds on souls?
Raphael?
I see. An exchange is made for power. Maybe this sword is the key.
What is it, Raphael?
Oh, Amy. Why the long face?
I was waiting for you to come back. I thought maybe you were mad about earlier. I've been scared recently. I never knew what it felt like to have something to lose till I met you.
You have nothing to fear. I shall make you the perfect world.
Raphael? Are you in here?
Of course. Here's a thought. How about some hot chocolate for a change?
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
to get a little forceful, but you should be okay for now.
I knew we could count on a priestess from the village of the Wind Deity.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry that there's no way for us to repay you. We've no idea where the amulet is.
It's okay. I'm just glad I could help. Now, if you'll excuse me.
She's so grown up for her age.
That she is.
Eldest one?
Oh, Talim?
Yes, it's me.
What a fine breeze.
Grandma, don't you think it's about time? Everyone seems really nervous, and I think I've proven myself to the village.
When did you notice?
When the amulet went missing. I mean, you're the only one who could hide something so powerful from everyone.
Such a clever child. Talim, I knew you already were powerful enough, but that wouldn't be enough to convince the rest. Therefore...
I know.
I'm sorry for testing you.
It's okay. My name means Sharp Blade. Even the last priestess has to face danger sometimes in order to survive. It sounds a bit perilous, but I like my name.
Talim. Go. You've earned the right to. You're the only one who can right such a wrong and return the shard to its proper place. But you must promise you'll return.
I know. I promise. Such a nice breeze. As long as I have the wind, no matter where I may go. Grandma, fellow villagers, see you soon.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
That was 1,000 years ago. My desire for death was at its peak. That longing for true death led me to even take hold of Soul Edge. Wisdom, power, battle lust. In those days, I felt I could do anything. But when it was over, I was forced to confront just how prideful I had been. As a puppet of the cursed sword, I kept fighting to my last breath. And for what? I fought in an age of endless war that spanned the world, all to establish a certain dynasty. That is all I'll say on the matter. I've lived as every type of person. Old, young, man, woman. But I've never felt as much joy as when I wielded that power. However, not even the cursed sword could free me from the chains of samsara. And so I died, and was born again into this world.
Battle 1. Fight! We shall see what a witcher can do. Strength does not exhaust. Battle 2. Fight!
Let's dance. Stand up. Now taste my steel! Not your lucky day.
Battle 3. Fight!
Let's dance.
Time to end you! Depart this life! The end. Ready? KO! Battle 4. Fight!
This nuisance really has taken a shine to me. Sorry, gate's about to open. Party ends now.
What? But I was just getting into it!
Had a worthy opponent in you, no two ways about it. Love to finish our fight, but, well, Witcher duties call.
So, you are returning home? Very well. Come back anytime. I'll be waiting.
So long, Samurai. It's been emotional. Been one hell of a ride, but it's almost over. Finally. Great. Now just need to get through the damn gate. Let's do this. Sri Vasu Svaha. Ah! Am I back?
Witcher! As I live and breathe.
Head feels like it's gonna explode. Mind keeping it down?
Forgive me. My methods were a bit harsh. However, at least now you know I am innocent. No? How was the other world? Do tell!
Well, it'd take some time.
Then step over here and make yourself comfortable. Would you care for some fine wine?
Warm welcome. Nice and all. But as I see it, you owe me a lot more than that.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history.
You have begun to change. I knew you would not disappoint. In that case, I shall have to show you the ace up my sleeve. I will not be defeated. Using you as the key, I will save the human race! I am so close, so very close to the moment my beloved humans shall be freed from their cruel fate. Let's be done with this. Will you stop me and emerge victorious? Or shall I claim victory and lead humanity to a new era? With all my might, I shall make you mine!
Battle 1. Fight!
The old era has ended, a new era begins! The power become mine! Any thoughts?
Watch this! I get my own! Not good?
Battle 2. Fight!
Toughen up! Toughen up! Toughen up! Toughen up!
Reason!
Toughen up!
over yet. I shall free humanity from the binds of fate!
I saw it.
Your soul surges in your body. Battle 1. Fight! Begin.
Toughen up! Taste power! Now be gone! Feel despair! Time to win! Weak!
I'm going all out!
Submit! Final battle! Fight six!
Watch this! I get my all! Not good? Enough! Is that all?
Pathetic settle! Feel despair!
Your soul surges in your body.